Hey YouTube, Poor Penmanship Planner here, wanting to do a plan with me video in my new Plum Paper Planner. So as you know, or maybe you don't know, in one of my other videos I talked about the difference between the Happy Planner and the Erin Condren because I used them both for the month of April to see which one will work out best for me. What I determined is that they're both great planners and it really comes down to preference and your budget. What I also determined was that neither one of them really met my needs for work. So while I was doing research on planners, I found the Plum Paper Planner. And I decided that I was going to get one of those because I think they would work better for work, basically. So my Plum Paper Planner what's good about these planners is they have set layouts, but those layouts that you choose are then customizable, and you can pick the month your planner is going to start. So I chose a planner that starts in May, so it's going to go from May of 2019 to April of 2020, which is why I have 2019-2020 here on the front. And then I chose Hustle as my personalization because I use it for work, and let's just be honest, as I said in one of my previous videos, work is my hustle, so I figured this is what I'd use. So I'm just starting to use this for the month of May. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Plum Paper. I think this Plum Paper Planner is what really works for me with regard to work. It meets my needs. It has everything I need in one place. Granted, I did get the 8.5 by 11, but that's mostly because it has a pocket folder in the back, and I wanted the full 8.5 by 11 pocket folder because of handouts that I may get in meetings or things like that. And since I use this for work, that's what that's going to be. Now, I did not get the neutral. They have a neutral, and then they also have a colorful version. I did not get the neutral because I did not know if I was going to be doing any decorating in this planner, or if I was just going to let the natural color of the planner just be what it is. So since I hadn't made that decision, I went with a colorful instead of a neutral because of the color. I wouldn't necessarily have to plan or decorate, but I decided that I do want to decorate. I want to see what I can do with this planner with regard to decorating it. I mean, there won't be a whole lot of things I can do to decorate, I don't think, especially since the color scheme is the way that it is. As you can see, you know, not only in the lines here, but also in this box, my interrupters box is shaded in the color for the month. The month tab shows you what the color is going to be. So like for July, as you can see, the tab color being green, which means that my box for July is going to be shaded in that green color that you see here. So I think those boxes kind of limit me with regard to the kind of decorating that I can do. I need to know what colors might complement these boxes so that I can use other colors, and I'm sure there's colors that complement it, but for my purposes today, being that this is going to be the second week I'm using this planner, because I started the week of May 1st, so I started last week, I wanted to get a plan with me video just to see, you know, what even can be done with this planner. Now, I think I was smart this time and tried to do some brainstorming on how I was going to do this so that I can make the video shorter, but we'll see, because I'm not 100% sure if even the decision that I made is going to work. So I'm going to change the color scheme and hopefully still incorporate this peach using these shoe washi, and then complementing using this thin purple washi. And then I've got some sticker placement I'm going to put here in the weekly inspiration box, and then sticker placement here in Saturday and Sunday because I use this for work, so I don't really have a lot of Saturday and Sunday unless there are some Saturday and Sunday needs for work, which there isn't right now, so I'm good to go there. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. This planner tends to have the same problem as the Erin Condren, which is this huge coil here on the side. But since I'm not doing as much decorating as I would do in the Erin Condren, I'm not as worried about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started putting my washi down that I'm gonna use on my large boxes. I haven't decided if I'm going to washi these shaded boxes down here because there's enough color in this washi that I could probably get away with shading. I could probably get away with using my shaded box with this particular washi. I'm just not sure if I want to do it. I tried to washi last week just to get an idea of what it would look like. I would show you, but again, it was an afterthought to show it, and I'd already used my planner for work, so that's not really an option for me at this time. So what I'm doing now is I'm just gonna washi. I'm just trying to add a little flair. It's still, you know, my work planner. It's still something I'm gonna take with me to meetings and such, so I don't want it to be too decorated. I am not ashamed of my stickers at all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not ashamed of my stickers at all, so I don't care that when I open this, someone might look at it and think whatever it is they think, because this is where I find my joy, and they aren't going to take that from me. So, but I haven't really gotten any issues with when I was using my Erin Condren or my Happy Planner. I've actually gotten more questions than anything else of people just being curious about how it works. So this washi is a little wide. I'm just going to have to probably trim the top of it a little bit because I don't want to cover up the weekly inspiration words that designate this as that would do. So I'm going to take this up just a little bit, and then I'll have to trim off just a skosh of the top. And I can't get my washi line right here, so that's where I'm running into issues. There we go. I'll just have to clear off some of the top of that, which isn't that big of a deal. So there we go. So I'll have to trim just the top of that, which won't be a problem. I will trim that. But that's one box. So I'm going to do this washi here on this box, this weekly inspiration box. I'll also do it on the weekly goals box and my recurring to-do box as well. So I'm probably going to have to trim across the top on all of those. But I'll do one side at a time. I wanted to use this skinny purple washi to cover up this color here. If I can find where it starts. So I'll use this skinny washi to change this color. And I'm not going to do a lot of whiting out, so this washi is just going to sit on top of here, and you're going to be able to see the color still underneath it. But again, that isn't where I'm going with this one. I would like to say that I have the wherewithal to do that, and I may try it on one of my other ones. I might try it to see what the difference is when I white it out versus when I just lay over it. Now that I'm talking about it, I kind of want to get my white out and do that on this last box, so let me do that. since I'm talking about it, why not do it, right? Hopefully I have my whiteout with me, because sometimes I do not. Just digging through the crates. All right, so let's see how this even is going to look if I white this line out. It's another problem I have with the whiteout. It's not like the liquid whiteout that stays flat but takes forever to dry. This one, it has like a body to it. It has some, it just has some life that I don't really care for. So let's see when I sticker over the whiteout what that does, if anything. Let's see, shall we? All right. So, I mean, it does make a good difference. I can see the purple better here because I don't have that peachy color coming through on the bottom. I just think the line that exists, that peachy line that's there, helps me better with regard to staying straight, because I notice on this one where I put the whiteout, it doesn't feel to me like it is as straight as the other ones, because I didn't have the gauge of the peachy line, if that makes sense. So here I'm just gonna continue to washi. Luckily there's not a whole lot on here to washi, which is another reason why I like this planner, because I can just, you know, the kind of different layouts they have, you know, a vertical, just a regular vertical layout. They have a vertical layout hourly, I believe. They have a daily layout. They have, this one that I have is called the vertical priorities. They have a vertical me, which is a morning and evening, which I also thought was kind of cool, but what might work out better for a parent who had, you know, multiple children, because it has like a box down the side and you could put the name of every child in there, or it could even work as a social media planner if you do like YouTube, have an Etsy shop, do Instagram, that kind of thing, because you can put those labels in each of those boxes that are going down vertically, and then that section would be for that one. There's use for it, I think. This one was what I thought would work best for me, but they have, you know, a monthly, they have a horizontal priorities one, which was okay, but I find when I'm planning, I don't like vertical and I don't like horizontal. So for work, this vertical works better for me, because even though it's not hourly, and it's because I didn't want to be limited by hours, so I didn't get the vertical hourly one because I don't want to be limited by hours. So, but the vertical still helps me put my day in a linear fashion, I guess, for lack of a better way to say it. Because even though I don't have hourly, I do put stuff I'm going to do in the afternoon here, stuff in the morning here, outside of those things that are the importance in the to-dos. So I used it in a sectioned format, for lack of a better way to describe that. So I mean, I like what I'm doing so far. I don't dislike it. I think it looks good. It still gives it a little flair. Like, I think I need to I might add some colorful boxes or something in there, just to, I don't know how that's gonna look from a spacing perspective with like how big they are. They might be too short. So I have to think about that. But I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with this shaded section here in the bottom. I don't want to put this purple washi around it. I don't want to put the purple washi around it, I don't think. And the shoe washi is a little too big, so I mean, it doesn't look bad, but because it's a pastel kind of purple, I guess they could go together. They could go together. I could do that. I'll think about it. I may do that. I may washi the box. I'm not sure. I decided for my weekly inspiration, though, I was going to use the Free Spirit color sticker book. Again, I don't know how this is going to look. I wanted to go with either the purple or this peachy, but since I'm getting away from this pink blush peachy kind of mode, I was thinking perhaps I would use this purple as an underlay that I'm going to put in the center of my weekly inspiration box here, like so. And then on top of that is a quote that says, that one is not it. Oh, without rain, nothing grows. Learn to embrace the storms of your life. Sometimes at work, you know, things happen and you have those days when you're just like, oh my gosh, I just want to quit this job. And I think it's better to remember that it is not. I read a book once by Kristen Proby, which I love her books, but one of her characters, it's this Boudreaux family. It's like 6 books, but the characters, their father used to tell them, you can't control the wind. So they would be on a boat. They're in, you know, New Orleans, and he would tell them, you can't control the wind. You can just adjust your sails. And when I read that, I'm like, that is so true. I can't control what I can't control, but what I can control is how I respond to those things. So without rain, nothing grows. Learn to embrace the storms of your life, which to me is just another way of saying you can't control the wind. Just learn how to adjust your sails. So that's going to be my weekly inspiration. I've washied this box. Still making a decision on whether or not I'm going to use the purple washi on the bottom here. But so far, I like what it looks like. Again, this is, you know, my work planner. I'm limited by the colors. I don't want to do too much in here, if I'm 100% honest with you. So, you know, I just need a little flair. If you've seen Office Space, I don't need all the flair. I don't need all 23 pieces of flair. I just need just enough. Just enough to make me want to open this and look at it every day. Because that is one thing I noticed when I was with my Erin Condren and my Happy Planner, when I was using both of those for the month of April. I enjoyed my spreads. I enjoyed my stickering, and like I liked looking at it. It made it fun to open those planners every day and have them sitting on my desk, you know, when I got to work. I liked looking at them. That's basically it. So this is why I do this, because like I said, this is where I find my joy. I've never been like a scrapbooker. I don't draw well. I'm not super creative with my hands. It's not how God made me, but you know, this is something that I do that I enjoy. I don't compare myself to how other people do it, because there are some women out there, and men, don't get me wrong, who are doing this planner and they're decorating it and they are so creative and they come up with really great ideas. And I just sit there and wonder, like, oh my gosh, why can't I think of something like that? But that's not how I'm made. And I'm just gonna do what makes me happy and how I like it to be. And that's gonna be good enough. That's why I embrace my poor penmanship, because I'm doing what gives me joy. And as the first person I heard use this quote was Kelva Plan when she said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." So I'm not comparing myself to anyone else's spreads out there or anyone else's ideas. I see people who come up with some really great stuff, and I will tell them immediately on Instagram, "Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Thank you for the inspiration. I hope you don't mind if I basically, you know, steal this spread idea from you, because this is great, and you know, I'd never be able to think of it." So that's good enough, right? It's good enough. I'm doing what I like. I'm doing what makes me happy. I'm doing what gives me joy. There are some times when I hate my spreads. I did some really bad spreads in April, especially the week of Easter. Oh, they were so awful. I just couldn't wait for those weeks to end so that I did not have to look at them anymore. But you live and you learn. And I adjusted my sales, and you know, another week came and my next week was much better. So there you go. I really enjoy, I'm really liking the look of this though, without doing the whiteout, because you know, it's kind of still embracing that peachy color underneath, which makes these boxes, in my opinion, not stand out so much. So, and again, you know, the Plum Paper Planner, there's so many planners out there. There's so many different kinds, and I personally am working out of technically 6 planners. I have my catch-all planner, which is my classic size Happy Planner dashboard. I have my Erin Condren planner, which I'm repurposing. I will do a video on how I'm repurposing that planner probably next week, if not the week after, to show what I'm going to be doing with that planner, but it has a place. I have my on-the-go mini planner that I've actually made a transformer. I've also done a video on this one. And inside of this is my on-the-go mini, and then also my fitness planner is in here. So what does that put me at? That puts me at my classic Happy Planner, my Erin Condren. This one is 2-in-1, but it's still 2 planners. I have my Faith planner and my Plum Paper, so that's 6. I use this one for work. My Faith planner, of course, is for my Bible study. My on-the-go stays in my purse, and I have my fitness in there. And then my catch-all is my my Happy Planner dashboard, 18-month classic. So, you know, to each their own. Like, a lot of people live out of one planner and one planner only. I couldn't seem to get that to work for me. I may have been able to had I not have bought the Erin Condren to test that one out and see what that one, how that one worked for me. But I do like the Erin Condren planner. It's a vertical. I don't like vertical, but I do like the Erin Condren planner. So, in my video, that's the Happy Planner versus Erin Condren debate, I talk about how I'll probably be getting the deluxe monthly, because that looks like it is the one that I need to continue working in my Erin Condren in the way that I want to. So that is to come. Anyway. Oh, and thanks to the Erin Condren, I also determined that I really do like rulers in my planners as my dashboards, because it's translucent. You can see all the way through it. It's clear. It's small, so it doesn't take over the whole page. It snaps right in, snaps right out, so I can just go directly to the week that I'm on, and it works as a helpful tool with my washi. And I found, when I'm learning my planner style, because, you know, as I have said many times, I'm still pretty new to this, but my planner style is I evidently like to just not go with whatever color is on the planner for that week. I very rarely embrace, oh, this is gonna get sticky here. I very rarely embrace the color that came for that particular week on my planner. So washi is my best friend because it gives me that opportunity to make that change. So now my recurring to-dos are basically things that I need to do every day or things that I need to do multiple times a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not sure if I have 5 of those things. So I'm going to kind of get in the way here because this washi is thicker than I thought it was when I get over to this other side here. So, but hey, the only way I am going to learn how to properly use my washi and my planner is to do this, is to make these little mistakes. And I know for next time that the washi this thick does not work and I need to go with a thinner washi. There you go. Because right now I'm too far in it. I'm too far I'm too far committed to change washi now. So I'm gonna stick with this washi and I'm gonna deal with it for the week, and I'm just going to make it work. But note to self, don't use this kind of washi in the future. For this planner, it's too thick. It's too thick. And that's one to grow on. So you kind of, this doesn't look the best here. These two don't look so great, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not trying to be perfect. That is okay. So I'll just need to trim the top here, trim on the other side. I've decided that I haven't decided between the Simply Lovely and the memory keeping because I need a flower. I need a flower because Sunday is Mother's Day, Sunday's Mother's Day, even though this is my work planner and I'm not going to be doing anything necessarily for Mother's Day in here, I still want to acknowledge it. So I was torn between doing something in the Floral Memories from the Happy Memory Keeping book, or doing something from Simply Lovely, or even the Free Spirit book has some really great flowers in it as well. So I could do something from here, which would work since I use this on my first page. I can probably just put a few flowers on the bottom here, kind of just as an homage, just to pay to give my Mother's Day some some attention. And then I'll write Mother's Day in there or something. Which means I need something to put on Saturday. And since we are in the Free Spirit book, let's just stay in there and find us something that's a nice quote to put for Saturday. Let's see what we have. And this Free Spirit book, this is a beautiful, beautiful sticker book. I did not think that I knew I liked some of the colors in it, which is why I got it, but I like everything about this Free Spirit sticker book. And I am going to have to go buy another one because I use this one and the Farmhouse the most, because well, Now I use this one because I just got this one. So, and the Farmhouse I've been using because I didn't realize I was going to like that one as much as I like that one as well. But the Free Spirit and the Farmhouse, these are some great books. I love these books. I really do. I might use that You Were Made to Bloom, or I can use All Good Things Are Wild and Free. Trying to look at the color on that All Good Things Are Wild and Free. The flowers kind of match what I have down here, so I might use that to make it my theme. Or I could do the You Were Made to Bloom because it's purple and then these flowers are blooming, but I think I'll go with the Thoreau quote. And I might put this on here like so. And then use one of those flowers. I'll use the blue one in the corner. Let's see, they have a set of 2 here. Oh, I can use this right here, this blue and this purple one. Or I could use this purple and peachy one just in the corner. There. Okay, so again, this planner is for work and I have to have the space that I need to do. I'd actually already written some stuff in there, but luckily I used my Friction erasable gel pen to write that stuff in there so I could, I erased it. I don't know if you can see it, some of that is left, and then I'll write it back in after because I didn't want that to be there while I was doing the planning. But I mean, I think this turned out pretty good for my, I mean, it's my work planner, so it's not going to be as colorful and as decorated as my other planners. It turned out pretty well. I was able to get some new color in there and not just deal with this, these interrupters down here. I have to figure out if I'm going to washi those or not. I still haven't made the decision, but since I have this purple and peach thing going on here and this purple and peach thing going on here, I may very well washi this because now that's kind of tied it all together, don't you think? Oh, sorry, this is the Friction Pilot erasable. Now they have a bunch of them, but the one I like is the color stick one. This pen, oh my gosh, has changed my life. And when you have poor penmanship, believe me, erasable pens that actually work are great. And this one is a gel pen too. Love it. Love the Friction erasable gel pen. One of my planner meetup girls had this pen and let me try it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in love. And so I went out and got them a couple of days later. So with that, I am going to go ahead and end this plan with me in my Plum Paper Planner. I hope you enjoyed it. I would appreciate any feedback you guys have about how what I can do with these boxes down here, if anything. You know, they might just be what they are, and like I said, they change colors with the month, so I won't have to deal with this color except for the month of May. It'll change colors. The tab colors here tell me what color, you know, those boxes are going to be, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do have an unboxing video of the Plum Paper where I go into a little more detail about what's in here because it's got more than just this. I have a whole like meetings notes section in the back and a whole social media section in the back. So if you want to find out more about this Plum Paper Planner, please take a look at my unboxing video with Plum Paper and you can get more information. And in the meantime, I appreciate it if you like this video, if you subscribe, hit that notification button for when I have another one. I appreciate you guys and thanks for watching. So, happy planning!